So this whole thing is really, really strange what's going on here. So I guess in terms of Star Wars 9, Anthony Daniels, C3PO, actually finished up his principal shooting for Star Wars 9. This happened on January 28th. And so Anthony Daniels, of course, is a legacy character in the Star Wars universe. He's been in all 9 Star Wars movies ever since 1977. And if anything, he would know things that are happening in the Star Wars universe. Just being that closely associated, of course. So anyway, the weird thing about this whole thing is the tweets that he's been sending out over the last like 2 or 3 weeks. They have been extremely interesting, and they have some interesting aspects to them, and they are a little bit cryptic. No, they're a lot cryptic, and just really bizarre. And so I just want to go through some of these. This is the first one he printed on January 28th. On January 28th, he posted this one. It says, "Today was 3PO's last on episode 9. He's sad, so am I. But we're so proud to have worked with such a lovely, talented cast and crew led by JJ and Kathy. I'll miss everyone, but I'm glad to know that we've been making something exceptional together to share with the waiting world." Okay, that was his last day. Interesting tweet in itself, okay? But we'll get back to that in a minute. But we just need to go through this entire timeline over the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's really been crazy. So, a couple of days later, January 30th. "I'm so touched by all of your messages. I admit leaving the set on Monday needed a stiff upper lip. No problem for 3PO. But for me, now your tweets keep that feeling alive, making me sadly happy. But when one door closes, then doors aren't the only things you open, are they?" Okay, that was on the 30th, right? So a couple of days passed. Then this on February 4th. "How strange." Now this is where it starts getting weird. "How strange. I am receiving images of something amazing coming toward us, traveling over decades through space and time, reaching out to all humans on this planet with its message. What could it be? Should I be afraid? Should you? Stay tuned." All right, kind of weird, kind of cryptic, I don't know. But you can't really read anything into it, right? Then a couple of days later, on February 6th, he tweets this: "Everyone, except one, is looking in the wrong way. But it's getting closer. Amazing. Doesn't seem to be the right shape for a movie title or trailer. Can't see an X or anything. Oh, the signal's faded. I'm sure it'll return. What can it be? Stay tuned. I will." Right? Then a couple of days later, February 6th, actually the same day, February 6th. "I have to rest before I fall apart. But wait. I'm receiving a message from TRAVO. Signal fading. Come back. The one who got it?" That's on the 6th. Same day. Then the last one, yesterday. "Signals faint." Spelled FEINT, not faint. "But now more bright stars, because paleo, fading, and fading, could be on the path to the ants fading. Have to update system. Will this never end? Robot, error. Should read reboot. PAL is your only hope. Fading, no." Intriguing to be sure. But there's some interesting things about these tweets that caught my attention, and I'll just go through some of the theories I got with you. I mean, none of these theories may hold water, but it was just really, really kind of strange. But I'm just going to lay out what I think these may all mean. And like I said, this is just conjecture on my part. So anyway, let's go back to this first one on the 28th, right? Where he says, "Today was 3PO's last on episode 9. He's sad, so am I. But we're so proud to have worked with such a lovely, talented cast and crew led by JJ and Kathy. I'll miss everyone, but I'm glad to know that we've been making something exceptional together to share with the waiting world." The first thing that caught my eye was The first sentence, it says, today was 3PO's last on episode 9. Didn't say last day, which you would immediately think. He said it's his last. So did he kind of like let that slip? Did he forget the word day? Or is he talking about this being C3PO's last appearance in a Star Wars movie? I don't know. Next sentence, he's sad, so am I. Well, once again, it's like, why would you be sad? I mean, you're pretty much the legacy character in this entire series. No one's been in more episodes than Anthony Daniels. He was pushing 72, and you never know. The way Disney is working things, especially over the last 3 movies, I mean, Luke is gone. Well, theoretically, Luke is gone. We won't know until episode 9. And Harrison Ford, he's gone. So, I mean, is he talking about the end of C3PO? But we're so proud to have worked with such a lovely and talented cast and crew, led by JJ and Kathy. Again, it sounds like a real hard goodbye here. I'll miss everyone, but I'm glad to know that we've been making something exceptional together to share with the waiting world. Okay, let's go to the next one. On the 30th, I'm so touched by all of your messages. I admit, leaving the set on Monday needed a stiff upper lip. Once again, it's like, why do you need a stiff upper lip? You've done like so many of these. It's like, why is this one like more different than the others? We'll see. No problem for C3PO, but for me, now your tweets keep that feeling alive, making me sadly happy. But when one door closes, then doors aren't the only things you open, are they? Interesting. Interesting. Once again, sounds very cryptic, very like end of a career type of thing, right? Let's go to the next one. Back to the February 4th. And this is where things really start getting strange, right? How strange, I'm receiving images of something amazing coming towards us, traveling over decades through space and time. Now, there's been certain conjecture in the Star Wars universe about time travel being an element in Star Wars. I think someone talked about time travel element being introduced in one of the Rebels episodes. I mean, I don't know the lore that deeply, so someone's gonna have to fill in the blanks about that. But this is one thing that has been talked about: time travel being the essence of it. And I guess there has been ongoing discussion about that in the Star Wars universe and how the Force can actually be used to travel time. And I guess there's been conjecture that Luke in Episode 8 actually used that time travel power to project himself. Now, it's like, I don't know that much about it. I'm just relaying what I've been hearing, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. It didn't seem like that to me. I never considered time being a factor, and I'm not considering to be a Star Wars expert in any shape or form. However, I have seen all 7 since the beginning, or all 9 since the very start in '77. I still have my copy of Star Wars 1. Marvel Comics, thank you very much. Bought a couple of copies of those way back when. Still have them. Anyway, let's see. Like I said, how strange I'm receiving images of something amazing coming toward us, traveling over decades through space and time, reaching out to all humans on this planet with its message. What could it be? Should I be afraid? Should you? Stay tuned. Now, I don't know if this is just like a message, maybe for a new project that he's got going on. If this is just something that's going to build up to some major announcement. Obviously, he's kind of trolling us, of course, but we'll take the troll. We love this stuff. So let's go on to the next one. Once again, let's see. Everyone except one is looking the wrong way, but it's getting closer. Amazing. Doesn't seem to be the right shape for a movie title or trailer. Can't see an X or anything. Oh, the signal's faded. I'm sure it'll return. What can it be? Stay tuned. I will. It's kind of strange that he would say, can't see an X or anything. I'm assuming that X is talking about Star Wars 10. Of course, since we're in Star Wars 9, then X is going to be obviously 10. So it's funny how he says doesn't seem to be the right shape for a movie title or trailer. Kind of strange, right? So maybe we're talking about Star Wars 10 here, but then again, maybe it's not Star Wars 10. And as we get through these tweets, you'll see what I mean. Let me get to this next one here. Hold on a second. I have to rest before I fall apart. That's an old line, of course, from Star Wars, the first episode, Star Wars 4, New Hope. You know, when him and R2-D2 are walking through the desert. I have to rest before I fall apart. My joints are nearly frozen. Do you remember that? But wait, I'm receiving a message from TRAV. Oh, signal's fading. Come back. The one who got it. I don't know what the one means. I don't know what TRAV means. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is like a hint toward a secondary project that he's got going on. But it's very interesting that he's using Star Wars lines to convey this. Okay, let's move on to this last piece. Let's see, the one from yesterday, week later. Still talking about that signal. Signal's faint. Spelled it F-E-I-N-T. I don't know if he meant to do that or if it's a typo. Who knows? But now more bright stars, because paleo, whatever this is, oh, sorry, let's try to put that back. Paleo, spelled P-A-L-E-I-O. Could be pale I-O, could be paleo. Fading, N, fading. Could be on the P-A to the ants, fading. Have to update system. Will this never end? Robot error. Should be reboot. PAL is your only hope. Fading, no. Very interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, I don't know if Anthony Daniels trolling us, but you know, one thing I had to think about when, especially with this one, was this line where it says, "Will this never end? Robot error." Should read reboot. Reboot? Could Anthony Daniels be throwing us out that Star Wars will end with episode 9 and then reboot with episode 10, talking about how he couldn't see an X? Speculation on my part, but very interesting, very, very cryptic tweets from Anthony Daniels. I mean, you know what? I don't have a problem with it. I love this stuff. It's hilarious, you know. I just have fun thinking about it, you know. So tell me what you think about this whole thing. It's funny. It's kind of cryptic, and you know, if he drops more, you know, I'll probably do another video on it. But in any case, you know, I don't know if this is the last movie that Anthony Daniels is going to be doing as C3PO, but you know what? If it is, you can't hate on it, you know. I mean, the last couple of movies, you know, with, of course, with Harrison Ford, you know, being written off, with Luke, obviously, shuffling off the mortal coil, you know, I mean, these guys have been around forever, you know. I mean, you might not have liked the way they went out, but, you know, it's like, I'm not hating it, you know. I think Harrison Ford, he pretty much wanted to go. He didn't want to do any more of these films, and so it's like, just kill me off, man, you know. And you know, I know Mark Hamill didn't really like the way he went out. You know, people had problems with The Last Jedi. I personally didn't. I didn't think it was a horrible movie, as many people do, but you know, that's your opinion. But I think the whole thing is a kind of a natural order, you know. I think Luke went out in much the same way other Jedis in the series have gone out in similar fashion. I think Rian Johnson did like a type and shadow, you know, not only mirroring the life of Obi-Wan, but also mirroring the life of other aspects of the Star Wars universe. So, like I said, I know people got a big problem with that, and I'll probably get flamed in this video for saying that. But, you know, it's just my opinion, whatever. So, anyway, I just wanted to share these Anthony Daniels tweets with you. I think they're funny. I think they're really interesting, and hopefully we'll find out more about this as time goes on. That's all I got for now. Thanks for listening. Good night, and God bless.